I guess this week has been really hard. To be quite honest with you, I've tried filming so many times and it just is like, I have so much heaviness on my heart right now and like in my mind and just everything of just so much is going on that it's really hard for me to separate it. So instead of me trying to pretend that everything is fine, I'm just gonna full disclosure, everything is not fine. Okay, so this whole week, my mom has been in the hospital. I've pretty much gone from all sorts of emotions all over the place of being relieved and being scared and being terrified and being sad and just all over the place. So it started out as just having, her wound nurse, because my mom has a lot of health issues, because she has multiple autoimmune diseases. My dad has made jokes in comments and stuff on the channel about how, you could blame your mom for that and stuff, like for different ailments that I have that it, most likely came from my mom's side. But so she has been in a wheelchair pretty much pretty steadily for the last decade or more. So she has a whole big medical team, okay, basically. So on Friday, the wound care nurse was taking care of a wound that she has on her other leg. She had a wheelchair accident months and months and months ago, and this thing's just not healing. But so my mom was like, hey, my other leg, I'm having a lot of problems with this. Like, can you look at it? And the nurse was like, hey, you should go to the ER. I think you have cellulitis or a blood clot or something's going on with your legs. Something's not right. So she goes, they admit her, they say, hey, you got cellulitis. And I'm like, that's weird that they would admit her for that and not just give her some antibiotics and tell her, go home, take the antibiotics, she'll be fine. So overnight, the first night that she was in the hospital, she got transferred to the ICU. Her oxygen, her lungs started filling up with fluid. She had become sepsis, and her oxygen level was only in the 60s. So they had to put her on a step, I don't remember what the nurse said it was called, but it's one step down from a ventilator. So they were concerned they were going to have to put her on life support and all sorts of stuff to keep her breathing because it was so bad. And it just boom, got really bad really fast. And it was just really intense, really terrifying. So last weekend I pretty much was like, oh my God, I could lose my mom. And I'm like, this is crazy to be this young. My mom's not even 60. I just can't even compute and stuff, just the whole thing. Hard to process. A lot of hard phone calls, to be quite honest. But so then it became that the sepsis wasn't too big of a deal to worry about. She was able to get out of the ICU after a couple of days, was able to go into a regular room, then found out that she had a flesh-eating bacteria in her leg. Then they tried to clean it out. Then they were saying they were going to have to take the whole leg. And now it's to the point where they're like, okay, you might be able to keep this leg. But they deep cleaned it yesterday and stuff, cut her open, debrided it like crazy. And now they're thinking she might be able to keep it. She's got a wound vac on, and it's a big mess. It's a shit show. That's just how this whole week has been. It's been a lot of other family health things are happening in the background with aging family members and things of that nature. So that's been hard. That's been a burden. That's been, weighing heavily on our minds. When you're around death all the time, it puts a lot of things into perspective in your mind. Okay, so not to get too dark or anything. I just won't tell you guys about that. That's just too many sad things. There's other sad stuff going on in the background. Just know that it's not just stuff with my mom. But so yesterday I was kind of all right, we got access to the home equity stuff now. So I was like, you know what? This is what I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for this moment. Yesterday was the moment that we finally were we got a green light. We can do something now. So I went to the treasurer's office at the county and talked to him about that house that I've told you guys about multiple times. It's owned by the dead guy and stuff, and it has a bunch of back taxes that need paid on it, yada, yada, yada. I had gone a couple months ago to talk with him and stuff to see about getting it put up for sheriff's auction to get the ball rolling on it. So I've been waiting. And he had told me back then, hey, get all your ducks in a row because in mid-August or mid-October, somewhere in October, it should be coming up for auction. Something's going to happen with it. Things are going to get moving with that property then. So we've had this thing in our minds of, all right, we're getting all this work done to be ready for our things in October. Have everything done by October. All of this stuff is going to come in October. When I went there yesterday, I found out that he had never done anything with it. Nothing at all. He did tell me what kind of price point, though, we're looking at for the bid. So I'm like, that's used car prices. This is exciting. But unfortunately, he said that it's going to be probably 3 to 6 months before it's available for auction, that then we can try then to buy it. which is not the time frame that I had wanted to work in. It's not the time frame that we had hoped for. It still is not the time frame that we had hoped for, because we have everything sort of, with me needing to have surgery at some point next year. My appointment with the specialist is not until January, so it's obviously going to be next year some point. I've already got the goats dried up. We've already got pretty much everything squared away. It's like our schedule is relatively cleared to be able to work on projects now, to be able to move forward with renovation somewhere else, to be able to get a whole lot done before it's springtime. You know, we've got this place so it's very comfortable and ready to go for all of winter. So it's like, okay, it's not that big of a deal if we have to wait here, if we have to stay here for, you know, basically being put on pause for wintertime. It's not that big of a deal. It's just not what I had envisioned, not what I had hoped for, basically. Suddenly there's a lot of traffic going on. I'm like, squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. Sorry. But so, yeah, it kind of sucks. Kind of is a bummer. I'm hoping that this time that the treasurer had said that he's going to turn it in on Monday, that he actually means that he's going to turn the property in on Monday, so that way things get rolling with it. Because I'd be really ticked off if come January I am like, hey buddy, what's going on? And he goes, oh shoot, forgot again. That's going to be really, really upsetting. But so, yeah, that's kind of everything that's going on. Just a lot of feelings of defeat, feeling deflated, feeling bummed out, you know, relieved obviously that my mom is, you know, making progress in a positive way, but it still has been just like, this week's just felt like getting knocked around, smacked around. It's like standing in the ocean, the waves are coming from every direction. It's not been easy. It's not been a good week. So anyways, that's it for today. Today's probably going to be the last. It's a super nice day. It's supposed to be almost 80 degrees today, hence the tank top. But so I'm going to actually work on getting some more firewood cut up, getting more things taken care of, getting the house even more ready for winter, even though it's already ready. I don't know. What else am I going to do at this point? I've got energy. I need projects to do. Whenever I get overwhelmed, I just want to keep myself busy. So I'm kind of like, son of a biscuit eater, we could have had a property right now. Like, that's, my mind just keeps going to that of, this would be so much easier if I just had projects, if I just had things to dive into. But it is what it is. And evidently, things aren't ready yet. So, yeah. Anyways, have a good one, guys.